Wattpad. It's got some questionable stories on it. So, one day, I was scrolling through this website, as you do. I was gonna write another Fnaf story, and I was actually gonna take a look at some of the ones on here, because, I was curious. And when I did that, I accidentally stumbled upon an old account of mine from 2021, when I was 9. 10. When I was 10. And this account had some Five Nights at Freddy's stories on it, and I really want to show you them. So, I'm gonna do that in this video today. Okay, so this profile here, we're gonna see the contents of this profile, and honestly, I don't know what to expect, so yeah. This is my old profile, Rossi Extroya, a classic children's name that you would put as your username. Also a picture of a Halloween pumpkin that I actually made a few years ago, and I remember making it. And that's been a profile ever since. So, there are 6 stories, works on here, and I don't know what they are, but I think they're all, yeah, okay. So, as you can see, we have Hypno Fazbear, Book 4. FNAF Debunked, Fazbear's Eye, Glitch Trap, Infestations, and also there's a Minecraft story here, Minecraft the Book. So, yeah, let's go take a look at these, shall we? Okay guys, so the story I'm going to start with is Fazbear's Eye Story 1, and if you can see down here, this is actually number 2. This is number 2 in FNAF Horror, the hashtag. Let's go take a look. So, out of 17 stories, this is second. I don't know how it got that popular. Look, it looks so out of place. How is this even second? Like, look, all these other ones have thumbnails and stuff, and I just put a default wallpaper picture because I couldn't find a photo for it. I was too lazy to make it because I didn't know how then. But there's a lot of parts, but we need to read the description. I'm not going to, read the whole story to you. I'm not going to do that. But, okay, so, okay. When Millie decides new decisions, she lands herself in the eye of a murderer named William Afton, also overcoming new monsters along the way. ... How exciting. So, we're going to read this, and, yeah, we're going to just look through it. We're going to, just look through. So, new decisions. These stories, they're probably going to be so out of place, but, okay. So, this is chapter 1. This is meant to be like a Fazbear Frights spin-off, by the way. I used to like Fazbear Frights, so yeah. The computer, Millie's own personal world, turned her into a dull world of pain and work, so she decided to get rid of it. It's a pretty bold move. She was annoyed by this, her accounts were now management, she could no longer watch the things she loved. Growing up, guys, growing up. So every day she would burst out of bed and use Google on her phone to her full advantage, only recommending work sites. So this is like a person growing up. And there's something about hardcore gaming down here. When she moved in with her grandmother, who died when Millie was 15 in 2017, so now in 2018, the year for hardcore gaming. I guess that is kind of right, actually. And a very, very rude website. I wonder what that could be. A very rude website. Okay, so I'm not going to read these, introductions all the time, because I want to get into the nitty-gritty of the book, so I want to get to, the actual good part of it. So, Chapter 3, The Hole in the Stage. This is, after when she went to Freddy Fazbear's or something. Dark had fallen by the time Millie finished her dessert. It was too big and took almost 2 hours to eat. That is a big dessert. A large, sticky toffee pudding with Oreo and ice cream besides, so cookies and cream, yeah. The ice cream was the reason she took so long. It does not take 2 hours to eat ice cream, but, kid me just wanted to make the story have, as much detail as possible. Just cause, just because I could do it. And exact amounts of people, she can see exactly how many people are in there, in the dimly lit dining room. Scaring the fish, there's neon lights and stuff. Also, no, this is about Funtime Freddy, so this is Funtime Freddy's pizzeria. First a top hat, an amputated Freddy head, a tattered fur, a withered Freddy and Bonnie, which had no face and creepy red glowing lights instead of a face with eyes. A kid named Noah started scrunching up his face to cry, but instead got grabbed by the neck and a knife erupted from Freddy's mouth. But these stories are so extreme. Okay. Wow. Okay, so Fazbear's Eye, that's the name of the story. So this is the actual name of the thing. so this is like sister location. Funtime Freddy and Ballora turned into a metal heap of wires. The heap grew into a party hat, then a metal body, then a clown with only a mask and party hat. And then there's this random staff member who just knows that it's Ennard. Ennard! And then it lumbered towards Millie specifically, and she grabbed a chair and slammed it on the head, and it let out a loud cry like it doesn't help wanted. Yeah. And she sneaks into William Afton's office, and yeah, played a nice song called The Hallways, and went onto a recording studio to check the ad revenue for the pizzeria. Pizza Simulator references as well. The income was negative 456. So yeah, he's failing. And Afton slammed the keyboard, and his revenue pulled him out his goal zone and kicked the chair wheel. and he bloody he was on Microsoft. No, please no, I don't want driver updates right now. And he was on Microsoft Edge, Fazbear's Pizza Chain, and he had 3 malware viruses installed to Funtime Freddy and Foxy. And then I go on about like this weird game thing, and it's like a video game or something. And then I don't know. Just these made up names and stuff. After the Night Guard. It's a bit all over the place, but like, you know, it's nostalgic. Like, I really enjoyed making these stories, and honestly, I'm really happy that they're still here. Like, I'm glad they don't like delete old stories and stuff as well. Yeah, so basically the Stitch Wraith gets introduced, a mini ink baby thing, and then this is the ending. Pretty harsh ending, and then made up like posh French names. Closiorge Felina and the world's best man lay back in his helicopter watching this 2K resolution TV. And then Golden Freddy hits me, I don't even know, eaten alive by Nightmare. So Nightmare is real in this world, and his partner Talink, a detective. And then okay, this is like this is like the epilogues, I think. The microscope robots, he said. A new Fredbear released a tongue and pulled Talink into his chest. Okay, so these are weird, but also one more thing I want to look at is these timelines. Like, I did like a thing at the end, which is just like about me and Fnaf and the books and the toys, like the Funko Pops and stuff. So Ross Watson, that's me, lives in England and has 2 pet fish named Freddy and Bonnie. Yeah, I did name my fish that, guys. He bought them in 2018, and I was a YouTube account. Wait, really? I didn't know about that. Let's look this up, shall we? Okay then, so, Ross the Extroyer, YouTube. Let's see if that account's still up. No. No, I don't think any of these are me. No. Okay, so the channel's gone, obviously. Okay, let's look at this timeline, and then we'll start going a bit quicker. So this is like a timeline of the main character, which is Millie. That's based on like the Count the Ways one, I think. So 2002, she was born. 2007, her brother was born. This is like Henry. So like, I'm confused. I don't know. And then visits Freddy Fazbear's for the first time, and she critically damages Millie's head. Was that the bite of 87? And then, yeah, and then she plays this weird game. No, the bite of 2010. Wow. And then her life gets flipped over in 2014 when Fnaf came out. And then the book happens, and then new animatronics appear. How about we go find out about those new animatronics, huh? Okay, but actually, I think the next story I do want to look at is the Fnaf Debunked one that I saw earlier. These are so cool to look at. Also, look at this. What is this Springtrap book? Okay, I don't even know any of the stories on here. So, let's look at Fnaf Debunked, shall we? This is 559th in Fnaf. It's got 31 views. So, welcome to my Fnaf fact book. Please read as it took ages to write. I used to like get images from the internet and put them in here and like just watch a long video about Fnaf facts and copy them into the book, which is a good idea actually. I mean, it'd be an interesting book if I actually knew how to write properly. April 5th, 2021, before security breach. So, how about we look at the let's look at the infectious song, shall we? Okay, this is just short little descriptions. In Fnaf World, creator Scott Hall had an attack in Fnaf World called Toxic Song, but you seem to scrap the attack and got rid of it. So this attack was not used up by any of the FNAF World animatronics. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Also, I only just noticed, but I used like this cheap, crappy mobile app to make the cover. It's just a picture of Enard. It's like a really low quality picture of him, just like a fake image. Just with the ultimate of FNAF. I don't know. But let's look at Spring Bonnie poster. So I'm gonna see, yeah, this is just FNAF 3. And look at this, man. You know, me and FNAF go back a long way, man. It's really nice to see that, like, I had something passionate about it, like, for my whole, like, half my life. And this is really nice to see. Like, I know I'm joking on about it, because they're not good stories, but they're still, you know, they're there if you want to read them. You can read these, by the way, they're on Wattpad. By Ross the Extroyer. You may or may not know this pack, I definitely do now, but in case you don't, it's here anyway. So the poster's on Cam 10 and Cam 2, in FNAF 8 may change to a poster of Springtrap. I don't think it can change to Springtrap, can it? It'll change to Spring Bonnie. A very rare chance, but does not always happen to it. Yeah, because it's got a rare chance, so yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, obviously, this is probably the best one I wrote, because it was just copying facts. Yeah, I'll even show you introduction. Hello and welcome to my ultimate book of FNAF facts. Hope you enjoy it. This took ages to create, and then I just copied this random guy on YouTube called Charlie Dixon, and this is a video you can watch. This is literally just the book. This is literally all it is. Yeah, and you can see here. I watched the video to find the facts, so yeah, it's pretty interesting. Yeah, I forgot this guy even existed, to be honest. Like, I used to watch him, but not really. I don't really watch him anymore. So yeah. How about we look at more of the Fazbear Frights ones, since those are the only ones left. I'm not going to look at the Minecraft one, because it's not my Minecraft channel, but, you know. Let's look at the Glitch Trap one. So, okay, Ellis wants a normal life, but he can't have one. That's a shame. When he finds a video game leading to his death, can he survive the 2 new monsters? So I'm assuming it's going to be like Glitch Trap and maybe Vanny or something, because you can see the mask and Help Wanted too. Just regular Help Wanted, sorry. You also get a mask and Cursed Dreadbear, so yeah. We'll look at the parts, shall we? Also, I never used to capitalise my letters. I started doing that now. It's got no likes. I'll put a like on it. I'm gonna like the story. So this guy gets a new computer. This guy called Ellis. And then I found like these just random names of computers and stuff. Have you guys ever bought the 2000 screen Book X with 750 gigabytes of data and a free 25 gigabytes SD card for testing? Yeah, me neither. But it seems pretty advanced, and that could actually happen soon. He was a tech tester and 21. He entered his email and password, and yeah, he fails his password and stuff. He plugged a special USB to reset it. He chose a language, he chose additional apps. It was 2019, and also this is after the other one. This is the year Help Wanted came out as well, so this is a Help Wanted story. And it was an AI that helped. Oh, AI, that's an actual new thing you can have now. That's funny, I didn't know this would actually happen. I predicted the future of AI. He configured the setup wizard for Google and YouTube, the most important thing to me back in the day. I used to watch YouTube literally like all day. And he sat down and downloaded his app, set up his favourite video games, exceeded the storage limit. I read these on an old tablet, I think, like back in 2021, and it always used to run out of storage. No matter what you do, it had 2 gigabytes of storage, no more. If you ran out of that, there was like a pop-up that appeared every 10 seconds to tell you to clear your storage. It was really annoying, and I didn't like it at all. But yeah, and then I basically just got angry and wrote it in the story as a little reference. Just knocked my mic, sorry. And yeah, he was angry as he saw the computer was deleting calculated junk files, because it used to do that as well. And it deleted all my games, and half his games. He just beat them all. He beat all the games in one day, and all his progress was punched into space. Nowhere to be seen. Alright, well, so let's skip to a glitchy gaming video, shall we? This seems interesting. He had only 327 megabytes left. He loaded up Xerix's Pixel Sandbox, another made-up name, and installed the mods, because you can do that on a laptop. and he copied the mod file, placed it in the folder. It broke the computer as he started his popular video. Ooh, he's a YouTuber too. 26k, that's a huge lore drop right there. Purple flashes, and basically it's high gamer energy drink. Sorry, I just noticed that. And glubbed away as he saw monsters forming on the screen, basically. So, yeah. And then it's got this code thing. Destroying touch when hit, pixel physics, maniacal laughter. And yeah. So yeah, basically the whole room just changes, and then this random friend he has, like, comes over or something. Dare, yeah, that's his name, Dare. And he sipped on cola, he walked in the house, ate his bubblegum. He's just like a tough guy. He was a rude person. He had no manners at all. He ate Ellis's burger and chips and walked Ellis holding a cheeseburger with taste. And what are these writings? They're so funny. I don't know why. So he explained what happened to Dare. Wasn't happy with the result his eyes gave him. I tried to use like this posh language to make it good, and it clearly didn't work. So it sounds pretty weird. Said Dare unhappily and just ate all this food. And then, yeah. So I'm pretty sure I don't know. Like it's something to do with Glitch Trap, like getting angry if he doesn't finish a game. A white bunny with red eyes. So that is Vanny in his smart kitchen. You remember the purple bunny named Bonnie from Memories in 2003? And Dare knew about it, and then he got a call as he fought the animatronic to the ground, Donnie, and then just random characters appeared. Yeah, so he couldn't answer, and then, yeah. You haven't finished the review of the Sandbox game, I'll tell the game studio if you don't finish it. Then the pixelated monster came back and reached out for Ellis, smashing his Huawei tablet. Yeah, that's a tablet I used to have. So yeah, I didn't like it, because I always depicted it getting like smashed and broken and stuff. Okay, so the new creature. The new creature was a blurry pixelated purple man, simulated in a real-world DLC data pack. Haid. Who's Haid? I skipped. I think I skipped a bit too far because Haid saw everything melt into pixels, and Dare was now a bunch of squares. Nicola and Mark. I don't know who these are, but yeah, okay. Donnie. There's so many characters. Says it instantly left when he saw what happened when he invited himself to the house. The purple man, so I'm guessing that's like William Afton, purple guy, was hacking at his leg, and it tumbled to the floor in a heap of pixels. Ellis crumbled into piles of pixels, and so had Haid and Nicola. What are these names, man? Ellis reformed in the second life. He had one more after that. If he died 2 more times, he'd be gone in the real world. So basically, it's like a game in real life. And then Killer's in the jail. This is like the twist at the end. The twist always comes to the end. Vanny and Glitch Trap were locked in cages. The hotline manager, Kane, chained them to the wall. Dare and Ellis watched them got locked up for 25 years. So this is a good ending. Not all of them are bad endings. Serving the crime of the failed murder and killing. Oh, the horrible trilogy was over. One boy named Artie in Australia. Artie? That's a weird name. I saw like a book with a character named Artie, and I was like, yeah, that's a cool name. Yeah, I'll put that in. He had brown hair, he was annoyed by the murders. He said, I don't know why you created the robots, they almost killed me. And then we got the Stitch Wraith at the end again. Sorry if my talking's a bit annoying, I'm just enjoying this a bit. So Stitch Wraith, this is like the ending bit. He couldn't get over the package he received today. So a package about... it was a bulk stripping with what Larry Hope was in, so... yeah. So the robot, he got a package of a robot and he built it. So I'm guessing that's a Stitch Wraith, I don't know. But let's go to story 3, because this follows on from the last one, actually, which isn't a real thing in the Fazbear rights, because it's all just different stories. They do that in Tales of the Pizzaplex, like, yeah. Like, they have part 2s of different stories, like the good ones, which is good. So, basically, this is the one about the kid in Australia seeing his animatronics. Artie is having fun in Australia eating nachos and playing video games, but are there monsters hiding on the beach? Find out in this ultra spooky Fnaf story, all rights reserved. I don't know why that's like a copyright. I protected it with my heart. I protected these stories with my heart. Also, wrote the whole thing in one day. RxQ. So this is Shadow Bonnie. So, how about we go with chapter 1? So, this is our new character for the book, Artie. and he was sitting down in the arcade having an awesome time in Australia, focused on getting some weird red fox plushie that resembled like animatronics Foxy. Come on, said Artie. He failed and got angry about the toy. So yeah, I just started this off and like blatantly introduced it, like randomly the story actually just showed up for no reason, and then it's like some random like backstory of him going to the arcade and playing games, and then playing his Nintendo Switch, and then Phantom Foxy comes up behind him and slits his throat for no reason. Yeah, it's very funny, but I don't know. He whipped out his spare chips, he even has spare chips for when the seagulls swoop in to steal his dinner. And he gets his Game Boy Advance, Game Boy, by Nintendo, and then loads up a Sonic game. Game Boy and Sonic. Game Boy. Sonic. You don't play Sonic on a Game Boy. Yeah, okay. And he was partial to the bowl of nachos. So he's like just a fat kid that likes brain-rotting games and stuff, I'm assuming. But look at... And then he goes to the beach, so... We'll look at the airport hotel mystery. Oh, there's even a photo! There's a photo! Whoa. Wait, let's read this first, though. Well, that's cool. I didn't know I added photos to them. He called his friends John and Wade to come solve what the mould was on the beach. There's a mould on the beach, and they're looking for it. And then a mouldy bear outside his window, and a bunny, a Springtrap, and appeared in front of him. 3 seconds later, it screamed, jump scared him, and left. Does he not just going to question that? Also, room 1744. What am I saying? Room 1744 on the 17th floor. That's a big building. Sup, bro? And then Artie just like interrupts him and says, "There's a mystery going on." They watched Artie draw the silhouette we saw earlier, and this is the result. Oh man. Oh, look at that. Wow. That picture brings back so many memories. I remember one time, I had Springtrap. I had a Springtrap plushie, and I found, I don't know if you've heard of a channel, it's called SML. It's got a puppet called Jeffy. It's got like Mario and characters and stuff. And at one time I got Springtrap. I sat on the bed with like 5 pizzas, and I put sunglasses on Springtrap. I put a tablet in front of them, and I watched like Jeffy all day. I just sat in my bedroom and watched it with Springtrap. Those were good times, man. They were really good times. Even though I didn't like the tablet and stuff I had. But yeah, anyway, we better focus on the stories. That's really heartwarming though. Maybe I should go back to writing Fnaf stories, and I'll do like streams writing them. I am planning on doing a stream at some point though, like soon. I need to do another one. So, and then I'm guessing this is when Springtrap comes up. The bunny mascot looked at Artie and John, just generic John. And then it's got the voice lines, and it's Springtrap saying his FNAF AR voice line. "You may not recognize me at first, but I assure you, it's still me." But then Wade interrupts, going, "AFTON? Wrong. I am now Springtrap." See, it just comes out of nowhere. Foxy tried it on him once in 2015. Oh yeah, so he's like luring the kids. This is based on FNAF 1 and 3. I threw a kick sneaker at Springtrap and ended the chat by grabbing Artie and trying to eat him. How does it make any sense exactly? A red muscly man. Let's see this then. Investigating the suit. So who's this red man? I want to see about this red man. Was a spring lock? Huh? John? Wait, what? There was this. Wait, what is this? I'm confused. The polish out of the head by taking everything out, even the parts of the head, crushing John's hand, and he got a scar. Wait, so who's this red muscly man then? Because I want to see this. Okay, Jerome. I don't know what's going on. A dark green kid with a Pinocchio nose. A bean. Oh, is this like a version of Balloon Boy? The Phantom animatronics are here. And then Shadow Bonnie shows up out of nowhere, so yeah, and then this guy dies. and the flight back home. So Martin and his dad were getting the 2 a.m. flight back to America. So he got his leg chopped off. Oh my god. So and then he just goes back home and goes to school and stuff. He would be off school because of his robot leg. Okay, let's read the RxQ part. This is really short. Sam was walking through the dark halls at his home, was hearing whooshes, and the Shadow Bunny sucking reality into the abyss, and Sam too. That's it. Alright, let's go on to the last one, because Hypno Fazbear. I don't know when this was wrote, but it's a Fnaf book, so we'll see. April 10th. Alright. This one, I actually did read this one a bit, and it's insanely crazy. It's just crazy. So, alright. The final story, guys. I don't know how long the video is, but I didn't want it to be that long. The attic chest. If Max had enough... Okay, so basically, it's about a chest. This one actually starts with the story, so you can clearly see me, like, getting better at it. Like, writing, slightly, as I grew up. I'd be much better than now. I'd be much better now than I was then, obviously, because my brain's gotten bigger, and I'm older, so, than I was. And I'm not a kid anymore. If Max had enough room to put the new chest in his room, he would. But his dog, Toby, had his bed right in the only free spot, as well as his wife, Rochelle, who moved a new dresser in the room. So, hope this doesn't upset the fam. Yeah, just nicknames and stuff. And he hoped it wouldn't upset his grandpa. And his wife stomped up the stairs and instantly saw the necklace and just took it and then wears it. You know where this is going. She wears the necklace and the nightmares begin and she dies or something. The chicken... Okay, so basically I skipped a bit too far. So, nighttime creatures. Triggering a loud volcano. Oh, okay, yeah, that's about the dog barking. He tromped down the stairs. I used to make, like, made-up words as well. And then... just Fnaf animatronics go inside his house because of the necklace. And then... yeah, it's just... oh, whoops, I didn't mean to click on that. And then... yeah, they just come in. And, she wears the emerald. She gets hypnotized by the animatronics. And... what else? Rochelle, take the necklace off! Max yelled at the top of his larynx. She was turning into some sort of sinister creature that Max couldn't even have an unhelpful hint. That's actually some good writing, though. You can't even have an unhelpful hint, because it's confusing. And then she was bleeding, she dies, because of the necklace. Her hand turned into a buzzsaw. Ball drop. Hold still. Chica talking. Okay. And then she started cutting his organs out, like I saw there at the bottom, I just saw something. She cut his chest open and took his organs out one by one. And then Chica etched a small hole in his head and placed a gem inside. And then, yeah, okay. Tunnel to Hell, oh no. So join this as just him becoming evil. Max was the last to get out of the tunnel when he fell down the hallway before him. A big 2 wooden doors stood tall in front of him. Freddy banged on a Cerberus statue outside. The door opened fully, and a devilish voice called from behind the door. It was a red monster with a forked tail that held a trident. Is that the freaking devil? Wait, what? No way I freaking put the devil in this story. I had the freaking actual devil show up. No way. That held a trident. So this is the devil? May we come in? Bonnie asked, and then he looked at Foxy. Yes, you may. And then they introduce Max, which is the main character. Assumed in my Fazbear workshop, Devil screamed, and then it's William Afton. It's just Scooby-Doo. It's like the guy with a mask on, he takes off. William Afton? My name is Afton. Well, his name's actually William, so... He shouted and threw Max on the ground, tape over his mouth. I think that's meant to say threw. Alright, let's look at chapter 7. I think, is this Fazbear Frights section? Oh! Max and William Afton used to be friends. Really? Well, why didn't we hear about this in the games, huh? So why was he trying to kill Max? Afton finally cooled off and said, friends never kill each other. and it gave naval grins. Now Max was living in hell with William Afton, not bothered that he would never be able to get back to his real home, with laptops and tablets and YouTube and VR. He was living with William Afton. Okay. These are some pretty insane stories. And I just have default wallpapers as a cover, and somehow they still get views. Which is insane. But yeah, wow. Nostalgia. This is nostalgic. It's FNAF is becoming so old now that even Security Breach is becoming nostalgic. Like, this was the build-up to the Hyper Security Breach. And wow, you can clearly see that we had no idea about the Mimic and, you know, like, the Mimic, Jackie and stuff, and Help 1 and 2, Into the Pit Spring Bonnie from the game. You know, we had no idea about any of that, but that was a nice breath of fresh air from games, because I really enjoyed making that video. You see, we're looking at my old stories. That was a fun little video. But yeah, maybe I'll come back and write some new ones, but I don't know. I did not want this video to be half an hour long, but I'll probably cut some stuff out. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, like and subscribe. I've also got 2 other channels linked in the description. I've also got a playlist of all my FNAF games in order from FNAF 1 to Secret of the Mimic VR, so you can binge watch me play my FNAF games in order, if you want to. Also, I post other types of videos just like this one, and I make reviews and stuff, and I'm thinking about doing another live stream. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyway, that's about it. See ya. I hope you enjoyed that little look into my FNAF past. I definitely did. See ya. That's about it.